So you just got back home from a stressful day and you, probably a coomer, decides that you want to pleasure yourself and release all that tension you built up inside. So you hop onto your PC and search up to one of your favorite waifu. Projekt Melody. Everyone by now should at least know who Projekt Melody is, especially when she announced that she'll be streaming on an adult site called Chaturbate back in February 4th, 2020 as one of the first virtual cam girls. But have you ever stopped and questioned to yourself, how did she went from being your average VTuber to breaking multiple records on Chaturbate in a short span of time and getting partnered on Twitch without even streaming at one point? In this video, I'll be presenting to you guys the full story of Projekt Melody, a documentary of her entire career so far. Let's go all the way back to July of last year. Melody first opened her Twitter account on July 8th, 2019. Then 2 days after, she would create her official YouTube channel, Projekt Melody. Her name came from a combination of her real name, Melody, and Project, since it fit well for a sci-fi type theme. She originally was going to add a last name, but Melody stuck to what she had.
Well, I chose my own name. And I thought, project sounds pretty sci-fi, and I'm pretty sci-fi. So when I made my account, I thought, like, becoming a cam girl, it's basically like a project for me. And then I'm like, okay, what's my last name? So I went through like every name in the dictionary, and I couldn't find anything good. So I thought, let's just keep it what it is, Projekt Melody. I changed the letters so it looked a little more sci-fi.
During this time, Melody was looking for a digital artist to create a 3D model for her. Jump into November, Melody would eventually find an artist who would create a 3D model for her, and his name will be DigiTrevX. Both of them began to tweet out screenshots of the 3D model, teasing the certain parts of the avatar's body, such as her interesting clothing. Her appearance is heavily influenced by certain sci-fi animes such as Ghost in the Shell. Around December, Melody will first begin to drop MMD music videos and even an interesting educational video. However, these videos wouldn't make Melody well known, as the videos would average around between 700 to 2,000 views. But what she'll do in the next 2 months will be the biggest move she has ever made, so big that it broke the internet.
A VTuber and cam girl by the name of Projekt Melody has made thousands of dollars on her first Twitch stream, plus she had a sponsor. She's taken Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter by storm.
Yes, you might have guessed it. We're talking about Projekt Melody, who is causing quite the online controversy in her virtual reality-based streams.
You see, Projekt Melody is not your conventional streamer. Well, I mean, they are a cam girl, actually. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. They are a cam girl.
On February 4th, Melody announced on her Twitter that her first stream will be on Chaturbate, becoming one of the first 3D virtual cam girl. After she announced that, her Twitter quickly exploded from 667 to 19,000 followers the next day. To top that off, on her first day on the site, she had over about 11,000 viewers, which is phenomenal for a site like Chaturbate. After 5 days since her first stream, she gained about 26,000 subscribers. However, this didn't stop, because after a week, she hosted a Valentine's Day stream on the 14th where she got nude for the first time. She had over about 33,000 concurrent viewers during her 2-hour-long stream, breaking 2 records on the site. I'm talking about the most visitor counts or live viewers and the most tipped cam girl on the site, which would later be broken again on her birthday stream with an estimate $175,000. On top of that, Critical, or Charlie, made a video about Projekt Melody, boosting her popularity even further.
I'm telling you, waifus are the future, and Projekt Melody proves it. Now, what is a waifu? Don't you ever come in here and lie to me again. You know what a waifu is, unless the only time you spend on the internet is spent Googling Christian studies meetings or downloading Magic Treehouse books from Amazon. You're familiar with what a waifu is.
By the end of February, Melody would gain over about 87,000 subscribers, which would slowly grow to 375,000 by November of 2020. As Melody's career began to expand throughout her journey, she would encounter some obstacles along the way, some minor while the other affected her greatly for a short amount of time.
Her recent success on Chatterbait, Pornhub, and YouTube has led to the anger of many cam girls. Well, only the anger of some cam girls.
When Melody finished her first stream on Chatterbait, the next day she had some criticism thrown at her. Most of them would come from real-life cam girls who were completely jealous about her success. They would make outrageous claims such as how Melody's avatar would attract underage audiences to the site. These claims would then be heavily criticized due to the fact that they were making questionable claims that didn't make sense at all. But moving to March 7th, Melody would expand to Twitch and she would immediately get partnered without even streaming on the site. When she first streamed, she gained about 50,000 followers after her 3-hour-long stream. Everything was going pretty good so far until on March 12th she was temporarily suspended. People were making speculations about her ban. Some would say that the reason why she got suspended was because she either had a virtual vibrator on the bed or her promoting her sponsorship, Faku. Nonetheless, she was unbanned after 3 days, but she lost her partnership status afterwards. However, jumping to November 5th, she was once again banned, but this time it was completely different. The Twitter account Streamers Bans tweeted out that her partnership status was removed, even though she doesn't have partner in the first place. This usually indicates that the Twitch channel is either perma or suspended for a certain amount of time. Her fans were really confused as to why she was banned. They couldn't even find anything that could be TOS a Melody's last stream, but some once again speculated that it could be a DMCA ban since Twitch is now cracking down on streamers who are playing copyrighted music during that time. The next day, Melody dropped a tweet longer telling the full truth behind her ban. It is in fact a DMCA ban, however, it was a false DMCA takedown. So who was the one who filed those false DMCA takedowns to Projekt Melody? Shockingly, it was Digitrev X, the creator of Melody's avatar. He claims that he owns the copyright to Melody's body. However, Melody provided screenshots of the convo between her and Digi agreeing that the IP belongs to Melody and not him. Despite that, several months later, both of them will get into an argument because she declined a proposed offer from Giga Music Group and that she was expected to work with them. However, Melody was advised not to take the deal since it was grossly inflated and it offered unnecessary services, and so she told Digi that he should have let her known about it since she could have paid his free work that he willingly did at first. But Digi began to insult Melody, calling her unprofessional and such. This went on for months. Digi kept on DMing her that she didn't pay him despite not sending his invoice to Melody when she demanded it. But one day, Digi went completely silent. In fact, he didn't say anything for several months. Melody thought the nightmare was over since she saw that Digi started up YFU, his company's idol project. However, in August, he came back and told her that she should follow and interact with YFU since she owes him. Melody declined this favor since her last interaction with Digi ended pretty poorly, so she wished him the best of luck. But he wouldn't let this small matter slide and began to say that she once again owed him, but this time he threatened her saying that if she doesn't comply, he'll talk with Vice. Afterwards, Digi made a deal to drop all of it where he would stop making accusations that Melody didn't send him the payment and that he'll stop harassing her if she boosted YFU. Melody wanted Digi to stop harassing her and so she agreed to the deal, but if he signs a document that he acknowledges the ownership that she had. A few days later, after Melody proposed that offer, Digi told her that it was a terrible idea and demanded $45,000 along with 25% of merch sales. At this point, she stopped using the assets that Digi made and stopped replying to him after he sent that deal. Even after blocking him, he still went on and slandered Melody on Twitter and Discord. Later, he will go ahead and send a false DMCA claim on Melody's 3D avatar body, which got her indefinitely suspended for a day. After this twit longer, Digi's reputation plummeted after Melody exposed on what he was like behind the scenes. In fact, prior to this situation, a VTuber by the name of Irie also exposed Digi for harassing Melody on how he thinks he owns her body, but the Twitter post didn't blow up, so a few people knew what Digi's like behind the scenes. But after this, Melody's Twitch account was unsuspended and everything went back to normal. And so this is where the story of Projekt Melody ends. It just feels like Melody has been on Chaturbate, Twitch, and YouTube forever, but it's only been a year and a half. It's unbelievable how Melody got her achievements very early in her career, such as when she broke records on the Chaturbate site for the most live active viewers or the most donated with $175,000. After the whole drama with Digi, she announced on Twitter that she'll be joining a Western VTuber talent agency known as VShoujo, alongside Iron Mouse, Niners, Zentrea, and many others. It's pretty impressive after that whole ordeal that happened with her and Digi, she's still going strong. In fact, this is just the beginning of Melody's career. Like I said, this only has been a year and a half, so we don't know what Melody is going to be doing next. She's probably going to start up a VTuber agency in a couple years, or maybe create her own movie. The possibilities are endless. But in the couple years when Melody is far in her own journey, I'll definitely make a part 2 about her career.